What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I'm going to go through tips and tricks for the new Apple AirPods Pro 2. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So first of all, with the case, on the side here, you can put a lanyard and you can hang something. I'll link some lanyards down below that you can pick up on Amazon. You can charge these a couple of ways. You can charge them one way with the lightning cable at the bottom here. You can charge them on the back right here with a wireless charger, just any wireless charger, just plop it down and it'll wirelessly charge. Or you can put a MagSafe wireless charger here as well and do it that way. There's a speaker down here and I'll demonstrate it in just a bit here. When you're looking for these, it'll make a noise out of the earbud case. On the earbuds themselves, let me just show you here. If you look on the side here, you have this little indent right there. Hopefully you can see that. If you swipe down on it or up on it, it will either increase or decrease the volume of your music. You can do that on either side with both of these buds. Also, with both of these buds in your ears, a couple of things you can do. If you press and hold the stem, it will turn on and off transparency mode and switch back to active noise cancellation. And again, you can do that with either one of these buds. Also, with both of these buds, if you squeeze it twice, it'll go to the next track. If you 1, 2, 3 squeeze it, it will go to the previous track. Same thing with answering calls. If you just press it once, it'll answer the call. If you press it twice, it'll hang it up. Next thing you want to do is grab your iPhone, go into settings, put the buds in your ears, and you'll see you can go right into the your earbuds right here, and you'll see how much battery is left in each bud, how much is left with the case. You'll then see also, you can turn off noise cancellation, or turn it on, I should say, turn it off, or go into transparency mode if you don't want to use the clicking of the bud itself. You don't want to, press it. Press and hold AirPods, so you have left and right. So if you click on left, for instance, you can make it so when you press your left, maybe it goes into Siri if you want that. So when you press and hold it, it will go into Siri for you, and you can use Siri really quickly and get into that and start using it instead of noise control. Also within there, if you want to turn some of these settings off, you can just click on off and that'll allow you to turn it off. So you can switch between, you have to have at least 2. It looks like you can't have more. Yeah, so you have to have at least 2 on there, but you can switch what you want on. Maybe you don't care about noise cancellation, you only want transparency mode and off. You can choose that. Or maybe you're like, I don't want transparency mode, I just want noise cancellation and transparency mode. So you can do that on there as well. And this is when you press and hold it, remember. And you can do the same thing with the right one. So if you want to choose, maybe Siri is going to be your right one and the left one will be the normal one. You can do any kind of hookups that you want with your earbuds. If you want to do the ear tip fit test, this will tell you when you go in here, you can hit continue and basically hit play with the buds in your ears. It says do not remove. It basically plays a song and it tells you if the buds are in there correctly or not, and if the tip that you have on there is just doing good enough for the listening that you're doing. This is kind of a cool one. I'd probably leave this one on, but basically adaptive transparency, what that does, if you have it on, and it will be on by default, it will, when enabled with your Buds Pro, it will basically, the loud sounds that you're exposed to will automatically be reduced. So basically it deafens those loud noises if you keep that on. Kind of a cool thing. Automatic air detection, you can turn that on and off. So when you put these in your ears and out of your ears, it'll either begin the audio or stop the audio. So it's a nice little thing for you to have if you want that. Connect this to this phone. You can have that be automatic, so basically choose how AirPods Pro connect to this phone. AirPods Pro can always automatically connect to this phone, or can only connect if this phone was the last device you used them with, so you can choose between what you want. I leave it at automatic, and that's what it's defaulted to anyway. Spatial audio is basically 3D audio in your ears. So you can hear how it's gonna work. You can play a little demo. Whoops, let me go back in there. You can play a little demo, and you'll hear how the differences are. And you can set it up as well in your buds. I already have it turned on, but you can, if you had it turned off, you can turn it on and it gives you that 3D audio sound. It's kind of a cool thing. I don't like it in all the buds I've heard, but the Apple AirPods actually do a pretty good job of it. And when you do this personalized spatial audio, it takes pictures of your ears and your head, and it basically crafts the spatial sound to the way all of that looks, and it does a really good job at it. Microphone, it'll automatically switch between the left and the right microphone, or you can only use the microphone on left or right if you choose, but I keep it at automatic. You can turn on and off charging case sounds if you want. optimize, and actually I'm going to turn that off. Optimize battery charging. This can be a little bit annoying, so I'm actually going to turn this one off. But basically, if you keep it on, to reduce battery aging, iPhone and AirPods learn about your daily charging routine, so AirPods can wait to finish charging past 80% until you need to finish them. I usually keep my buds about a year, or even if I keep it 2 years, I already have Apple Care on these, so if the battery dies, I can just get a new battery. But if you're tired of your buds not fully charging, definitely turn that optimized battery charging off. So find in my network, so you'll be able to find your buds in your Find My network. So it brings us right in here. I found the case, I can hit play sound. So you play that sound and it automatically will play the sound and light up the light. You can also find them. You can see it's telling me it's nearby, so kind of cool, has that proximity to be able to find them as well. It's all built into the case. Some other really cool stuff in here is you can get notified when your buds are left behind. If you bring your iPhone with you, very, very nice. You can also mark them as lost, or you can remove them from your device. We'll go into accessibility in just a moment, but in the meantime, you can see the model name, model number, serial number, version. You can see if you have Apple Care on them. You can see I'm covered. I get it through Best Buy. Actually, you can disconnect them if you want, and you can also forget the device if you're not going to use them anymore at all on your device. One more thing at the top here, if you want to change the name of your buds, tap right there, and you can change them to whatever you want. When you're done, just hit done at the bottom there. Going into the bottom right here, next we're going to go into accessibility. And there's some nice stuff in here. You might think accessibility is not for everybody, but it actually is. So, for instance, press speed. Adjust the speed required to press 2 or 3 times on your buds. What that means is when you press these ones, 1, 2, 3, you can make it so that it does the action. Either the slower you press them, it'll do the action, or you can do the slowest, or keep it at default, which would be a little bit faster. Press and hold, same thing. You can either press and hold it for a shorter time or the shortest time, and it will go into active noise cancellation or off mode, or it will go into the transparency mode. Noise cancellation with one bud. I would recommend turning that on. Basically what that does is if you only have one bud in your ear, you can turn on active noise cancellation just by pressing and holding the bud that's in your ear, and it will turn that on. We'll go into this one in just a moment, but continuing on this page, follow iPhone. When follow iPhone is on, spatial audio for supported movies and TV shows will sound like it's coming from your phone instead of you're following your head movements. You can turn that on and off if you want. You can turn your tone volumes on, higher or lower. Basically adjust the tone volume of sound effects played by your earbud. So if the notifications and things kind of bother your ears or the tones themselves, you can turn those higher or lower. Volume control. To prevent unintended volume adjustments, select preferred wait time between swipes. You can make them longer, longest, or keep it at default. And again, that's when you swipe up in those little indents right there. Going back right here a little bit to audio accessibility settings, click on that, and you're gonna see headphone accommodations. Turn that on. And this basically, you can turn your earbuds into glorified hearing aids. You'll see I have it set for balance tone or vocal range or brightness. So if basically the audio that you're hearing, you can change that for what you want. However you like it. You can also set it the optimize for balance tone, provide boost over a range of frequencies, slight, moderate, or strong. Once you get through the custom audio setup, that brings you to this. So you're able to actually amplify the transparency mode volume so you can hear much louder of what's going around you. And also if you have better hearing in the left or the right, you might want to, and you need like one of these ears boosted more, maybe you need the left one more boosted and the right one less. You can do that as well right here by just boosting it comfortably right there. You can make the tones brighter or darker. Ambient noise reduction, you can do that as well. So like will keep your voice loud, but maybe block out some of the outside ambient noise that's going around you. You can also do conversation boost. Conversation boost focuses your AirPods Pro on the person talking in front of you, making it easier to hear in a face-to-face conversation rather than like, if you're at a restaurant, there's people that are talking that you don't care or hear what they're saying. You just want to talk to the person in front of you. You'd probably want to turn on conversation boost. When you're done, just hit done and you're good to go. And you can always go back into custom audio setup and go back in there if you need to and just mess with it. So there you guys go. Those are all my tips and tricks for the AirPods Pro 2 if you want to pick them up. They're linked down below. Have a great day. We will see you down the road.